Hey YouTube, I know it's been a while since I put my last video up. It's been just over 2 months. That's a lot longer than I had anticipated it taking to get another video up, but between work, being busy at work, and hurting my back, and then I wound up having to get a tooth worked on, and just all kinds of stuff happening, and the kids and stuff. I just didn't have time to put together a video, so I'm here late at night doing it now. And one thing I wanted to mention was, like I had posted on my page for my channel, I realized that everybody who likes games doesn't necessarily like toys, and people who like toys don't necessarily like games. So I'm going to be making two separate videos for each separate thing. So one video for toys that I pick up that week or month, depending on when I get the video out, and one video for the video games, probably more often video games, because that's the way I tend to go, is looking for the video games. But I will be separating them, and it'll not only shorten the videos that I make, but it'll also kind of pinpoint what they're about for those people that are looking for that particular thing. Another thing, I apologize for the lighting in here. It's a bit dark, I know. I just could not get the light to work for some reason today. So what can you do about that? But this video is about video games, and like I said, it's been about 2 months since I posted a video, so I have gotten tons of stuff. I mean, believe me, it's not like I haven't gotten enough things to make videos about. It's just that I haven't had the time. So I mean, I'm gonna kind of fast forward a bit here, and I'm gonna run down a few things that I got that I didn't want to pull out, or it seemed like too much work to get out, because I've stored some away already, and some I have on display, things like that. So the first thing I got is a complete Wii, a white Wii system. I got that for $20. Works perfectly, plays discs, everything came complete. So that was $20 from a flea market. I also got a Xbox that works. I mean, like, it was just taken out of the box. I asked the guy if he had the box. That's how good condition this thing was. Unfortunately, he didn't. So I'm still searching for one. But yeah, an Xbox with a controller, a regular. No, actually, it was the larger controller, the original controller it came with, and it also came with a Logitech wireless controller with the adapter, and a DVD receiver, the DVD remote receiver, but no DVD remote. It also came with the composite monster cables and component monster cables and the power wire. All of that was $15. I originally asked the guy if he had any video games. He said no. So I said, okay, well, nothing old, nothing. He said, no, I don't have any video games. I said, okay. So I look around his stuff, and there's an Xbox in a box right there. I was like, oh, you got games right here? He's like, oh, I thought you meant just games, not systems. Anyways, so I got that for $15. I got a Platinum GameCube at the flea market for $10, and that came with two Platinum controllers, and a memory card, and the wires to hook it up. Thing works perfectly. I actually replaced my Indigo one on my system over here with the Platinum one, because I prefer the Platinum color, and I put my Indigo one away. I also got another set of Donkey Kong bongos. Just kind of looking around here to see if there's anything that I didn't drag out that I can't remember. Couple of extra guitars, but they came with something else that I bought. I would have preferred not to take them, but she's like, oh, just take it all. Matter of fact, I'll get to that right now. That was from a yard sale, and the lady had like this old basket, dusty basket full of stuff, and inside was one of these Pac-Man plug and plays with all the games on there, which earlier that day I went to a yard sale and got the same exact one from somebody else. And also inside the basket was an Intellivision one. This thing has a ton of games on it. I was surprised to see, because usually these plug and plays got 6 to 8 games max. This thing's got like 25 games on it from Intellivision, so I was pretty happy that it had that. And also inside the basket was Guitar Hero, nothing special. Sing It Pop Star or something like that with 2 microphones. And Crash Bandicoot Wrath of Cortex, which I did not have for PS2, and this. Now, it was pretty dirty when I got it, and I cleaned it up, and it came out perfect. It's the ceramic white slim PS2, and it had, I have yet to clean the bottom. I totally forgot to clean the bottom, but the ceramic white PS2 slim works perfectly. Already tested it. Came with the ceramic white PS2 controller, and the thing is in beautiful condition. It was really dirty, and I was afraid it was going to stay dirty, but you know, I took some elbow grease and little magic eraser, and came out like brand new. So that was good. And so I got like a few games that came with 2 wireless guitars, which both had the receivers. So I'm probably just going to flip the receivers because I don't use wireless guitars. I hate changing batteries. So. And it also had 2 32 megabyte Sony memory cards for the PS2. All of that stuff was in that basket for, she said 20, I had 18, she took 18, so $18 for all of that. Another sale that I went to a few weeks ago, actually about a month and a half ago now, seems like a few weeks ago, the lady had a GameCube with a screen on it and a bunch of controllers and a memory card and stuff. She's asking $150 for it, and I tried to talk her down, but she didn't want to budge. And then she turns, I'm like, good God. I told her, I said, that's a lot, that's an awful lot to charge for a GameCube, even with the screen. I even tried to buy the screen separate, and she didn't want to sell. And she's like, well, that's what GameStop will give me. So and I'm thinking in my head, GameStop ain't gonna give you anything near that. GameStop doesn't buy that stuff anymore, but whatever. So the same person who's charging $150 for that sells me this for $10 with the power wire, a controller, AV cables. I mean, the thing is in perfect condition. There's a couple of little scratches. I mean, you can't barely see. A little scratch here. I couldn't get that off with magic eraser. And then a couple on the front. Some dings there. But I mean, you can't really notice them looking far away. And this thing is in perfect condition. Works perfect. $10 for this. You know, $150 for a GameCube. Go figure. She also had a Game Boy, but it was missing some pieces, and I didn't want to go through all that to fix it. I figured I'd just wait. At a Goodwill, I picked this up for, I think it was $5. So I figured, what the heck? It's a Mad Catz Dual Force racing wheel for the PlayStation in the box, and everything's there. Works fine. Works perfect. At a flea market, I picked up the Rock Band 2 double cymbal expansion kit. And it's brand new. Like, this thing is still sealed, like brand new. Losing focus there. That was $10. And then also from the same guy, I picked this up for $10, brand new, with the game in there and everything. The keyboard, wireless keyboard for Rock Band 3, for the Wii. Yeah. So yeah, $10. He had a couple of other things, but I wasn't interested in them, like some DJ Hero stuff. And then at a Goodwill, I found this for $10, because it didn't have the game in it, but it was the box with the dance pad in here and instructions for the dance pad or something. I don't remember. I haven't opened it for a while. But I was like, yeah, I'll pay $10 for that, because I saw the game was on eBay for like $6 or $7. So I said, I'll go $10 for that, and the box is in great condition, so why not? It's a nice little display item, and plus I like the gimmick games, like I mentioned before. So game-wise, I found... Oh, I also picked up a few other things. I picked up a Nintendo 64 with 4 controllers and 6 games. The games were Super Mario 64, GoldenEye 007, Perfect Dark, and those 3 I already sold for $30 I got for those 3. And then these 3 were in there as well. Earthworm Jim 3D. I made cases for them already, but I mean, the games took a bit of cleaning, but they came out nice. And trust me, the games are in these boxes. I'm not going to open all of them. Turok, Dinosaur Hunter, and Turok 2, Seeds of Evil. So those 3 games were in there. So I wound up walking away. I paid $40 for the whole deal because I knew I could flip the other 3 games that I already had and make money off of it. So I wound up walking away with these 3 games, 4 controllers, and a 64 with the expansion pack, and it works, mind you, for $10. Let's see. Flea market, I believe. I got some Atari games, Raiders of the Lost Ark, Tank Plus, and I pick up Atari games that I played when I was a kid or anything that looks good whenever I get the chance. Video Pinball, Zaxxon, E.T., everybody's favorite, and Canyon Bomber. So I got all these. I think I paid $1 for the stack. The guy didn't even know what they were. He just gave them to me for $1. So yeah. And at the flea market that same day, I got another DS Lite, black, in great condition. Did not have a stylus, but that's no big deal. It did have the cover for the Game Boy Advance slot, which I had yet to find one with that in there. I've gotten a few of them so far, and none of them had it, but this one did. So it's a fair trade-off. I get the cover for the slot, but no stylus. It wasn't charged. It had no charge in there at all. It was just a blank screen when I bought it, but I paid $4 for it, and I said it's worth a shot. I brought it home, plugged it in, and it works perfectly fine. Both slots read. It's clean as a whistle. It was good. The guy didn't even know what it was. You know what he asked me? He said, "Why are there 2 screens on there?" So he had no idea what it was. So $4 for that. The same guy sold me these for $2 each. I got and the discs for these are in perfect condition. For $3.60 I got L.A. Noire, the complete edition. It's got a little tear on the top, but that's okay. It's got all 4 discs. They're like never been played. Dead Rising and Dead Island. The scribbling on the top there. I may actually reprint this cover because I like my covers being clean. But that was $6 for those 3. And another, let me leave this one off because that was not the flea market. So another flea market, I got these for $3 each. I got for PS3, Twisted Metal. And no, I do not have a PS3 yet, but if I find a good deal on PS3 games, I pick them up because I know eventually I'm going to get a PS3. So it's good to pick up the games when I find them for cheap. That way I'm not looking for them down the line. So Twisted Metal, Uncharted, Drake's Fortune, Uncharted 2. These are all complete, by the way. They got the books and everything in there. The discs are perfect. Uncharted 2, Uncharted 3, the God of War Saga. It doesn't have the 2 games, the other 2 downloadable games, but that's okay because this was also there, the Origins Collection, which are the 2 downloadable games. So these were $3 each, so it was $18 for the 6 games, which ain't bad for PS3 games. And then this one I found at Goodwill for $5 $5 behind the counter. Somebody told me it was free, the All Stars Battle Royale, I mean. Somebody told me it was free on the PlayStation Network, but that's okay because I like to have the disc in hand, because just because you download it to your system free does not mean you have it forever, because if your PlayStation breaks or your hard drive goes, you lost your game. As far as I know, I don't think you can carry over that stuff, can you? Somebody leave a comment and let me know. I'm not sure if you can, but either way, I still prefer having a hard copy of the game, having a physical copy in my hand of the game. I don't like downloading stuff. I don't like downloading games to a hard drive. It just does not feel secure, like it's not mine all the way until I have this in my hand. So I got this for $5 at Goodwill. Oh, by the way, it was brand new, wrapped in the shrink wrap still. So yeah. Also, I know I mentioned a couple videos ago, probably in every video, that I have no GameCube games. And I wasn't really looking into collecting the GameCube games. I said when I come across them, I'll pick them up, but I have terrible luck with GameCube games. Well, I can definitely tell you that when it rains, it pours, because I found a lot. The Dance Dance Revolution Mario Mix, I mentioned that it was $6 for the thing on eBay, the game. I wound up finding it in a Goodwill the following weekend. I waited to order it off eBay, and thank God I did, because I found it in Goodwill along with these: Mario Golf, Toadstool Tour, Luigi's Mansion, Donkey Konga, Donkey Konga 2, Super Mario Sunshine, Pikmin, Star Fox Adventures, Wave Race Blue Storm, and Eternal Darkness. Now, how much did I pay for all of these? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, $15 for all of these GameCube games. I think that was a good deal. Yes, all on the same day. The lady had said, I told her, I said, I'm surprised you still have all of these. She's like, oh, well, we just put them out like 5 minutes ago. So, right time, right place, let me tell you. Couple other things that I got that I forgot to mention before. I did find a Philips CDI. If I could point the camera down there, I could show you. But hey, you can see me in my shorts. Right there, the 220 model. But I'm gonna lose focus, aren't I? Yeah, that's the 220 model. I found that at a Goodwill for $10. It didn't have wires, but the CDI 220, probably all of them do, but I know now the CDI 220 uses a regular power cable like from a PlayStation 1, and it uses regular red, yellow, and white AV cables to hook up. So it's no big deal that it had no cables. I was just curious if it was going to work or not. So I borrowed a game from a buddy. It worked perfectly fine. So in business, CDI 220 for $10. And the thing is in immaculate shape. Maybe one day when I get... the only thing is I don't have controllers for it. It did not come with controllers. So yeah, I can't play anything on it yet. But eventually I might find controllers or break down and order one. I don't know. If I run into a controller someday, that'd be nice. Also, this thing there. Let me get my pointing finger straight. Actually, I could take that one out and show you. Sorry. That one's not plugged into anything. And Television 2 system in fantastic shape, like it was just taken out of the box. Seriously, if I told you how much I paid for this, you'd cry. Nobody would ever guess. The lady asked for $5, and all I had in my pocket was $2. And I said, will you take $2? And she said, if that's all you have. And I said, okay, thank you. She took $2 for it. Does it work? I don't know. But it's in fantastic shape. It did not come with a power cable. It did not come with an AV cable. But it does have both the controllers. And they're in perfect shape. Wires aren't messed up or anything. Everything's clean. Nothing's broken. Nothing's chipped. Nothing, anything. It's like brand new. So with the shape that it's in, I don't have any doubt that it's going to work. I just have to eventually run into the power cables, and AV cable, and put it together. But see, since I got this now, I'm not in really any hurry because this has a lot of games on it. So it's fine. If I find the cables and stuff, I find them. Maybe one day I'll find a crappy Intellivision 2 at a flea market that nobody wants, but it has the cables with it. I'll pick that up and just throw out the system and keep the cables. So, excuse me. I do believe that's it. I got a Genesis 2. A Genesis Model 2 with power cable, AV cable, all this stuff in the box. It had original 3-button controller and 2 generic controllers, with like 10 games, nothing fantastic. It had like Aladdin, Batman and Robin, some sports games, a wrestling game, and I paid $10 for that because it was half price day and they put that at half price. So $10 for that, and it works fine. I just have it stored in the closet because I use the Retron for my Genesis games, so no big deal to have it out. And I believe that that's it. One last thing I'm going to show is I've never been big into like Skylanders or Disney Infinity or anything like that, but for the past 3 months I've been working at Walmart. That's where I work. So I've been dealing a lot with the Disney Infinity and checking them out, and then looked at some videos on YouTube, and I'm really interested in the Disney Infinity. And I think that not only me, but my kids could get into that. So what I did was they had a display for Disney Infinity at Walmart, and they were throwing it away. A friend of mine who works there said, "Hey, they're throwing the sign away. Do you want it?" And he took a picture, sent it to me on my phone, and I said, "Yeah, I'll take it." And so I got the sign and I put it up over here on the top of the, ow, that was my elbow, on the top of the room, up there, across the top. So you can't really tell right now, but it has like the clear plastic pictures, and it's sort of a 3D look. It looks like Sully's kind of coming out of the poster. It's hard to see with the gleaming lights on the ceiling, but yeah, it's a really cool display. It takes up that whole side of the room. And I'm going to be putting a shelf up there and looking for some Disney Infinity stuff. So anybody who knows about Disney Infinity, it would be fantastic, leave a comment or something, or a reply video or whatever, just to explain the Disney Infinity to me a little bit more, because I'd rather hear it from my subscribers or from direct people about, I have an 11-year-old, I have a 3-year-old. What's best to start off with the Infinity stuff? Because I'm new to that. I'm new to it, and I don't generally get into that stuff, but with the Amiibos coming out, let me turn the camera back to me because it's like weird there. With the Amiibos coming out for Nintendo, I'm really looking forward to that. So I'd like to start off with something like Disney Infinity and then pick up the Amiibos later on. So any information that you guys can give me about where to start off with Disney Infinity, and the best ones from there, what's the best ones to pick up right away to play, would be appreciated. So yeah, anyways, I didn't want to make the video this long, but as I said, there was a lot of stuff that I picked up. There's still more stuff, but I'm just going to leave it off for now, and whatever I missed now, it'll be in the next Game Room tour, which should be in January or February of 2015, and that'll be a huge leap over my last Game Room tour. I'm getting rid of the CRT televisions and opting in for some LCDs on this side and that side of the room. I'm just tired of dealing with the CRT. I realize for the CRT fans, I'm a big CRT fan as well, But you know what? You can only go so far with these heavy TVs, and you can only go so far with the magnetic problems, the problems with the warping of the screen, and just occasionally when I'm playing games it bubbles a little bit when the picture changes, and I just don't want to deal with all that. So I'm going to go with LCDs. I'm going to get warranties for them, and in the end it's just going to be better for the room, because I got a lot of kids who play these games and it's doing a lot of damage to the CRTs, so they gotta go. Alright, but anyways, I think that's it. That is it. Now, like I said, I'm going to be posting another video about the toys that I picked up, because there's a few toys, some board games and toys and stuff that I did get. It's going to be a much shorter video than this one, but for those that do care about both games and toys, check out that other video, definitely. And for those new to this channel, thank you. If you watch the entire video, that's amazing, because I know I like to ramble on. Even if you skip through it, that's fine. As long as you got something from my videos, I'm satisfied. So if you're not subscribed, please do subscribe. I try to come out with a couple of videos every month. I don't spam you with videos the whole month long. And I try to make them as short as possible. It's hard to do though. Alright guys, so subscribe, like the video please, comment, and tell me about the Disney Infinity or even Skylanders, whichever one. Alright, thanks guys.